A few years ago, I was incarcerated. But by the grace of God, I'm standing before you right now, and I'm speaking to you about getting an education because that was one of the things that I lacked. And I didn't seek God's face. I tried to do everything on my own, and I ended up in a bad place. But by the grace of God, He delivered me because I committed myself. And when you commit, God commits. The next thing that you want to have is a vision. When I was in prison, I started visioning myself speaking to people like I am right now. I put that picture in my mind of me speaking to hundreds and thousands of people because I knew if I put that picture in my mind, ultimately my subconscious was going to help me to get to that place where I'm speaking. And so now, like I said, I'm speaking to you right now because I put that picture in my mind. I had that vision that I wanted to become a speaker. And as I continued to walk that compound for 6 years, I just kept imagining myself walking down the aisles, coming to a podium and speaking to people, telling them that all the things that I had gone through that God had delivered me from. So if you want to become a successful student right now, one thing you have to do is put a picture of in your mind of you walking down the aisle, going over to Mr. Prim or the principal here at the school and shaking their hand and receiving that diploma. And put a picture of your mind of when you grab that diploma, the next step that you're going to take is going to be going to a technical school or a computer school or a 4-year college. Put that picture in your mind. And if you put that picture in your mind, ultimately, you're going to get to that place. The next thing that you want to do is you want to find you a mentor. Dr. Prim mentioned that Les Brown is my mentor. When I decided that I wanted to become a speaker, I was still locked up at the time. So what I did was I started to gather material of all the speakers that I felt were successful. I started reading books by Miles Monroe. I would go into the library at the prison and I would watch tapes on him speaking to different audiences on different subjects. I would look at tapes of Les Brown, watching him speak. I would look at tapes of Og Mandino, which is my favorite speaker. Bless his soul, he passed away a few years back. I started reading all their materials. And even though I didn't know those people, they became my mentors because I looked at the path that they took to become successful speakers. And I started taking those things and I started incorporating them into my own life. And when I came home, I went to a Les Brown speaker training school. He heard me speak. And from that point, we established a relationship. And I go all around the country with him speaking right now. I'm speaking to Avon Corporation this Saturday, and it was all because of I went out to find a mentor, which was Les. Les has saved me a lot of money, and he saved me a lot of time because if I would have tried to do this on my own, then I would have made several mistakes. So, say for instance, if this